welcome to Formula World. I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and here's what's on this episode. First up on Formula World, Ricciardo's biggest rival. Daniel Ricciardo has raced alongside and against some great drivers throughout his career thus far. And when he was recently asked who he feels he shares his biggest rivalry with, he had the following potentially surprising response. I would say Bottas. We raced a lot together in the junior categories. I didn't go karting in Europe, so I don't really have a driver that I would have started racing with from the age of 10. But Bottas was there when I started racing in Europe. We were in the same championship. We competed, we grew up together, and somewhere along the way we always had, I suppose, a form of rivalry. Red Bull lost certainty following Ricciardo's departure. One of Daniel Ricciardo's former teammates, Max, was thrust into de facto team leadership for 2019, and Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko believes the young Dutchman did well, but added there was less certainty among the team. Max was forced to take on the role of team leader after the unexpected departure of Ricciardo. He did extremely well. As a team, we didn't fall into a hole, but you felt that there was less certainty. The certainty that you lose if someone who takes the lead leaves. FIA lack expertise on power unit. The Ferrari power unit debate rages on despite Ferrari themselves remaining adamant that everything was above board. However, Red Bull boss Christian Horner is much more skeptical and believes that Ferrari were potentially able to circumnavigate the FIA's testing due to the FIA not having the same level of expertise as the teams themselves. The power unit aspect of the car is an incredibly complex piece of kit, and I think that the FIA don't have the expertise that the teams have developed. I think what has been clarified is a lockdown in various areas, which is focused on what's happening going forward rather than looking behind us. And for us, what was enormously important was to have absolute clarity going into the 2020 season. Max has been my life project. Max Verstappen's father and former F1 driver Jos Verstappen has admitted that he doesn't miss racing as he is now focused entirely on his son with the aim of helping him become world champion. Max has been my life project. I wanted to win with him, become a champion. We have that goal together. I found the time with Max much more fun than my own career. I think that when you can achieve something like that with your own child, it is much more intense than when you do it for yourself. Put it this way, I did more for Max's career than for my own career. Fast feed. Renault boss Cyril Abiteboul believes the 2019 season was a year where they became naked and had nothing to hide. Pascal Wehrlein has been retained as a Ferrari development driver with a focus on simulator work for the Scuderia. George Russell described getting the Pirelli tyres to work properly like trying to complete a Rubik's Cube. Jos Verstappen said of his son's new contract, the most important thing is that Max feels at home at Red Bull. Former F1 driver Sergei Sirotkin says although he would love to come back to F1, he admits it's very unlikely. Owner of IndyCar team Andretti Autosport, Michael Andretti, says he wants Alonso to race for them in the Indy 500 and that it's looking pretty good. Did Red Bull lack certainty in 2019? Be sure to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.